to happen. Congressman Ted Deutch is joining us right now. This is his district in Broward County. First of all, Congressman, our hearts go out to everyone involved. You know this area well. Parkland, it's not far from Boca Raton, Pompano, places that are very, very popular in Broward County, just north of Fort Lauderdale. What's the latest you're hearing?
Yeah, and thanks, Wolf. This is also, it's important to note, a wonderful school and a great community. It's exactly the kind of place you would want to live and raise your kids. And today's a reminder that tragedies like this happen too often and can happen anywhere. I've been in contact throughout the day with the sheriff and the superintendent and local elected officials, and the news that the shooter's been apprehended is very positive. They're trying to get more information, obviously, about him. There are a number of fatalities. I've heard different numbers. I can't confirm the exact number, but it's been a horrific day. It's been a very grim scene at the school, and I've heard from parents, including someone on my staff whose daughter was in the school and was on lockdown throughout the day, just how horrific the whole thing has been. It was a terrible nightmare for those who went through it, and for those who have lost their lives, and for those who were injured. The community is going to be there for them, for their families. That's the kind of place this is.
We've heard various numbers, Congressman, at least 2 fatalities, 2 dead. The Broward County Sheriff, Scott Israel, says at least 14 people were transported to local hospitals. Are those roughly the numbers? Usually they wind up going up, but what are you hearing?
Yeah, I've heard the same numbers. There have been some accounts of a higher number of fatalities, but I don't want to get ahead of that. The fact is, we know that there was a mass shooting at a high school, at a terrific high school in a wonderful community, and we know that unfortunately this is just one more mass shooting. Wolf, I was in a hearing when this happened and found out about it through a text. I didn't get a chance to see any of the footage until just recently, but when you watch the images of the kids leaving school with their hands in the air and the first responders rushing in with their guns to try to secure the school and the location, what you realize is that the images are just all too familiar. We see this far too often, and it shouldn't have to happen. I mean, for my colleagues here, this isn't something that anyone should have to experience in their district for it to matter to them. This kind of tragedy that will affect this community not just today, but sadly for some time to come. We have to do everything we can to try to prevent these tragedies from occurring.
Congressman, let's hope it stops, but clearly it won't, unfortunately. Thank you so much for joining us, and good luck to all your constituents down there in Broward County.
Thank you, Wolf. I appreciate it.
Ted Deutch is the congressman who represents